Hi guys, it's Rachel here. I'm having some camera troubles today, but we're gonna give it a try. So anyways, today I'm doing a very exciting and kind of nerve-wracking kind of video. So today's video is going to be my Disney Channel audition experience. Now, I know what all of you guys are saying. Listen, Rachel, you've had a YouTube channel for like 3 years, why have you not told us this story? And I was just thinking the same thing to myself. I don't know. So this Disney Channel audition experience that I'm going to be telling you guys all about, it happened back in 2013 when Disney Channel had their big open call auditions in Texas. It was one of those auditions that didn't go how I wish that it would, and it kind of left me, you know, in this depressing kind of I don't want to think about it ever again kind of mood, you know? But that's okay, because I'm here to tell you guys this story about 4 years later. I was 15, maybe 14 when this audition happened, and now I'm 18, almost 19, so I'm ready. I think I'm prepared. You guys are probably thinking, she's lying, she didn't go to this, you know, she would have told us by now. I have proof. Little 14-year-old me had not started a YouTube channel yet, but I was always an aspiring YouTuber, I can tell you that. And I vlogged this whole entire audition almost like I was gonna post it on YouTube. So I have actual footage from the audition, prime footage that I filmed on my flip camera, but I'm gonna put as much of it in this video as I can. Literally, I put the footage together that I had filmed and then I never really watched it again. So this is exciting, right? Yeah, okay. So I got my laptop here, and I got my mind ready to tell you guys everything that happened, so let's just get right into it. Okay, so like I said, this was in 2013. It was in July of 2013. The passion was acting at this point. That was where the mind was at. That's all I wanted in my life. So this audition meant the world to me. I had a callback on the brain. I was really prepared. Like, I prepared for this audition for like weeks. I knew exactly what I was gonna wear and everything. I traveled to Texas in July. I have like footage from me like in the car with my mom, like traveling, blah blah, but I won't bore you guys with that stuff. So I was at my hotel in Texas. My nerves were kicking. I cannot tell you how nervous I was for this audition. I was excited, I was ready, but I was nervous. I remember sitting in my room like the night before, getting my clothes together and like getting prepared, like my resume and my headshot. And I just remember sitting down, like talking to my mom and thinking like, wow, like this is my chance. Like this is my chance to show like my dream company, like how I am and my talent. It's a lot of pressure, you know, and that's definitely what I was feeling in this hotel. I remember we stayed in a freaking super duper ranky hotel. Like we were trying to make it. Like we were like, girl, cheapest thing we can find. At this time, I did have an agent, so that was at least good to have that on my resume and stuff, but I had like hardly any experience. I had maybe done a music video and a lot of like community theater kind of stuff, but I had my resume like stapled onto the back of my headshot. This is the headshot that I used. Glamorous, I know, right? So this audition, I guess, took place on Saturday, July 27th, and I remember that I had to go on the first day, like it was like on this 27th and the 28th at 6:15 a.m. Shoot, wow, that's early. So I was getting ready. I remember I wore my hair natural. I think I brought my headshot where I had straight hair, so I wanted to show them, you know, my natural hair, if that makes sense. I was so nervous. Like, I'm just like thinking back to that time, I just remember like how intimidated I was because I just really wanted to do good. So I think that the audition actually started at like 10 if I remember correctly, or maybe it was earlier, I don't know. But I left my hotel at like 6:30 because I knew that there would be a terribly long line for all these teenagers and kids trying to audition. So I was like, Mom, we have to leave early. Like, we have to get there early. Hey guys, so it's about 6:30 I think, and we're about to head out to the audition. So we got there, I remember. We got to the hotel, if I remember that. I think it was a hotel, I really think so, but I don't want to like tell you guys for sure. I remember that there's signs, like it says Disney Channel open call this way, like it had like arrows, so we knew exactly where to go. But we got there, I remember there was a line, and the line led into this huge room, like this huge, like it almost seems like they put like speakers in there and stuff. That kind of room where there's like a lot of chairs and like big open areas. But we were led into there, and then the line led up to a couple tables. When we got up to the tables, there was a few nice ladies. They asked us what our name was. We got like a form to fill out, and it had like a ton of stuff listed on it, like name, stats, experience, all that kind of stuff was on that sheet. Also, like if we're interested in like singing for the audition, that was on there. I handed them my headshot and resume when I got up to the table, and they stapled it to the paper for me. They gave me like a number, I believe. And also at the tables, they gave us a monologue to prepare really quickly. So it's basically a cold read, which is a little bit intimidating. We went back to these rows of chairs, and me and my mom sat down.
Hi, we're at the place. You wanna see?
At this point, the line was starting to like get a lot more heavy. But like I said, I was like kind of one of the first people there.
There's a lot of people here, but we got here early, so we're number 152. So we were smart.
152. That seems like a lot, but as for like how many people were there, that was pretty good. I actually knew which monologue it was because like I said, I did my research. I had watched like a ton of audition experience videos, and I had watched one. I think it was from like some girl named Mia, but she had made a Disney Channel open call experience video, and she had like filmed herself practicing for it. And smart little 15-year-old me, I wrote down the lines that she had said in the monologue, thinking maybe, just maybe, it would be the same one they would give us, and it was. It was about like some kid talking to his or her sister, and then she realizes that she's on the baby monitor. Every single person got the same monologue. So we were out sitting in the rows. There was tons of kids like in the aisleways and stuff practicing their monologues. Like I've told you guys in previous videos before, I do not like acting in front of my parents. I mean, like theater and stuff, it's fine, but when I'm like rehearsing and learning something, I really like to like focus in on it myself, and I've always been that way even when I was, you know, this young or whatever. So I did not want to practice the monologue in front of my mom, but I remember seeing everyone else doing it and I was like, okay. So I finally practiced in front of my mom. She kind of gave me a few tips or whatever, even though my mom's not an actor, but we were working with it for a little bit. And then I practiced some more, and then I remember that it was time to go in. What they were doing is they were calling like chunks of numbers. So they were calling in about 5 of us at a time. This guy at the front, he was really nice. He was the one like pumping everyone up for the auditions and stuff. He called out our numbers. He took us into another room. I remember this other room had like 2 sections of chairs, and there was tons of kids sitting, but basically your row was who you were gonna go in with. There was this really excited guy at the front telling us jokes and everything, getting us all loosened up, which I think is so good because everyone was nervous in there. I remember that I met a kid named Josh. He had lived in Texas, and we were just like talking about everything. I was telling him about my agent, I think, because he asked, or he was looking at my resume. Anyways, we were having nice conversations, but basically they were calling out each row of chairs, and I think that there was like 4 casting directors. Each row went to one of the casting directors at a time, and I feel terrible because I don't remember what the casting director's name was that I went to, but it was a woman. It was a really nice lady. So yeah, somebody took us into the casting director's room, and we were basically lined up in a row, and then she was sitting at the table. She basically said, everyone's gonna go down the line and do your monologue individually, and then if you want to sing after, you can sing a little 30-second song. So everyone kind of went down the line. I remember there was people from like different countries. People travel from all over the world to go to these auditions, and that is crazy to me. But I did my little monologue as best as I could. I tried to put a little bit of a flair on it. If you're going to an open call, try to think of a way how you can do things differently, or watch everyone else around you practicing while you're in that big room and say, this person and this person are doing the same thing. Maybe that's what the majority of people are doing, and maybe I can say it this way differently, or I can make an action this way differently. Also, I tried to do like busy work because everyone like kind of just said the monologue, but I tried to act like I was folding clothes. I remember the monologue was kind of Good Luck Charlie-esque because she was like talking to her little sister, so some people were like holding up a camera like they were like vlogging. I did my monologue, and then I remember for my song I sang Rolling in the Deep from Adele. And while the casting director was like watching us, she wrote down like scores and everything. She asked us individual questions. I think she asked me like if I played the violin because I had that on the sheet. So anyways, we all got done doing our monologues, and she finished doing all of our papers, and she said, thank you guys so much for coming. Like I said, she was really sweet, but she said, thank you for coming. We will keep all of your papers, and we'll be emailing or calling if anything comes up or whatever. I remember me and the kid named Josh, we walked out and we're kind of like, wait, are the callbacks gonna be like called? Like, will they call us? Because I was thinking, girl, I gotta travel home. Like, I thought this callback was gonna be tomorrow. Basically, it meant that they were gonna keep our resume and headshots for future reference if they ever wanted to like contact us, but we didn't get a call back at the time. And my mom actually did a little clip while she was waiting for me, like when I was in there.
Hi, it's it's a little bit after 9 o'clock and Rachel just got in there. So she's very excited. Oh, I'm so hope things go well for her. And I'm so proud of her anyway.
But I remember afterwards I walked out to my mom and then we walked kind of out and I was just like bawling my eyes out, which is like totally unprofessional and I wouldn't do that now, but I was just starting with acting. Like I said, I like really hyped this up. I really wanted it, as probably everyone else did in that room, so I definitely didn't feel alone, but I was really sad. I remember going back down to the lobby though after I was like crying and stuff, and this girl was like bragging, like she was like, oh my gosh, I got a call back, like and I was just like I remember thinking, can I come back tomorrow, like because I went on the first day, but then my mom was like, no, like you shouldn't, what if you get the same casting director? And I'm like, I know. Still to this day I'm kind of like, maybe I should have gone back the next day just because I knew what to expect. And I obviously expected nothing to happen with it after that, but I remember after the open call I get an email from the Disney Channel open call whatever, and the email basically said like, thank you for coming to the audition. From what your casting director said, we want to see a little bit more of you. So I was like, like this is my chance, like oh my god, like I was excited. So they basically had a list of scripts according to like what age you were and stuff. I picked the one that I wanted to do and I filmed videos and submitted them. It was through Actors Access, which is like an online audition site. It was totally free. So here's a little bit of footage from those auditions that I filmed. And I'm reading for the role of Alana. Why are you sitting here looking like Hot Shelly Ray broke up? Is the internet down? Oh, stop punishing me.
The internet's fine. Just give me some space, okay?
You can be a hottie, a jock, have a brain that's legendary. But if you don't want me to be a lipstick Yoda, I'll back off.
No, you can't just leave me floating in the ocean without a lifeline. A girl like me needs a big sister to get her through times like this.
Are you calling me your big sister?
I said it once. Don't expect me to hear it again anytime soon.
Okay, we need a mirror stat. You have an eyebrow hair that has been driving me nuts. Stars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all. Rolling in the deep, you had my heart inside your hand, and you played it to the beat. That was exciting, and that was another experience that came along from the open call, so at least I can say that, you know, that came from it, which I'm grateful for. Always be grateful for any audition that you can go to, even if it was like a bad experience or you feel down, because you never know when something like that's gonna happen. Like at the time I was obviously upset, but I was grateful, you know, I was like, I just did a monologue in front of a Disney Channel casting director, like that means something, you know. And then after that, I never heard anything back. But I am with an agency, like I told you guys, and I've auditioned for Disney Channel a few times through my agency, but basically all I did for those, if you're interested in knowing, is I just went into my agency like a normal audition day. My agent just taped me doing the scripts that they wanted me to read for specific roles. So it was good, and you know, we never know what will happen in the future. I would kill to be on Disney Channel now. We all would, I know that. But honestly, it was a good experience. I got to vlog it and I edited the footage even though I didn't get a call back. I remember sitting in the car on the way back home from this audition and I was just like editing it like I wish I would have gotten a call back, but I guess I'll still edit the video. And yeah, I hope that was enough information. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you're planning on going to an open call in the future. They have them occasionally, and I will leave the website in the description of what the official open casting call website is that you can find whenever they're having one. I have a video on how to audition for Disney Channel, which is my most viewed video ever, and I filmed it so long ago. It was like one of my first videos, but if you want to check that out about the different ways to audition for Disney Channel, make sure you do. I'll leave that in the description as well, maybe a link right here. We can do that for sure. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Also, leave me a comment down below of any video requests you have. Let me know if you've ever attended an open call, or leave me a link to your experience video if you've made one. I would love to watch it. Subscribe to this channel for weekly acting videos, sometimes random videos, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys! So I thought with all of this energy and excitement and missing of my school, I should do a freshman year of college experience video for you guys. So in this video, I'm just going to be talking about what I learned, my favorite memories throughout this past year of college, and what I'm grateful for. That's a wrap.